Well, good morning and welcome to Ogre Battle 64, a game that I did not really think I was ever going to play on this channel, not because it's not a good game. It's a great game. I love this game. It's just kind of rough to try and do regular content on it. But it is a really good game. I actually have a Prima strategy guide for this game, but it's wrong in most cases, which is also just kind of hilarious. But apparently we're leaving tomorrow. And we cannot stay. Why the military academy? Why? I don't know, because I want to be in the military, I guess. Or at least this person does, I guess. God knows where my mother is. And I can't stand. You can't stand? Somebody get this guy a chair. Oh, being around your dad. Okay. I'm leaving. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm gone. Bye. It's hard to tell who's talking in this case. Yumil. Okay. I promise I'll make you proud. Okay, so the one leaving is at least saying this bit. They need to have, like, different text for each of these characters, but whatever. Alright, so you're leaving to join the military academy so you can protect yourself and Yumil. Alright, cool. Fair enough. Yeah, I really like this game. It is made by Atlas, and those of you who are aware know that that means that this game is very hard and has a morality system, like most things with Atlas games. The morality system in this game, they do not show you or tell you at any point until the ending, where you landed on that, and it's based entirely on how you lead your troops and the decisions you make anytime it gives you decisions to make. If you want a specific, there are 3 endings to the game. If you want a specific ending, I highly suggest using a guide. In this playthrough, I'm not going to use a guide like I usually do. I'm just going to go with whatever I feel like I should say in that moment or do in that moment. Like, normally also at this point, you would want to follow a guide to get the troops that you want. But I'm not going to do that either. We can be Magnus. Magnus is the canon name. We can just do that. What is the date of thy birth? I'm not going to give you my actual birthday. We'll go with this one, sure. Alright, Magnus Gallant, I ask thee. So he's gonna ask us a series of questions here, and depending on how we answer them, that depends the starting troops that we get. Normally I use a guide for this to get the troops that I want, but like I said, I'm not gonna use a guide except for maybe to help figure out some of the like special items and troops where those things are located, but as far as making decisions goes, I'm just gonna go with what I feel like the correct answer should be. So, what dost thou hold within thy sword? Well, I'm going for hopefully the good ending here. Belief? I'm gonna go with passion. I would rather have passion in my sword than belief, personally. What shalt thou sever with thy sword? Anarchy. Horror? Well, you've got your obvious answers here. Honestly, I feel like greed is worse than anarchy in this case. Alright, what am I asking the gods for? I'm gonna ask for their trust. Or, I mean, really, if I'm asking the gods for things, it's gonna be for valor or might. So I'm gonna ask for valor. And what do I offer to the gods? I can't guarantee freedom, but I can guarantee truth. Alright, what do I wish for? Peace. I just want peace, man. And what shall I rid from the land? Again, if you want the chaotic side, there's very clear answers here. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to really get rid of changes, law, ideal, honor, or rule from the land, so I guess I'm getting rid of chaos. And finally, who do we call upon? Now, this doesn't change anything. This only changes what starting elemental you get. I usually go with Earth because I find that the Earth elemental is the most annoying one to get if you don't start with it. So I'm gonna go with that. It really doesn't matter that much. You will get all of them over time, or at least you can. It's just which one you start with. And I think Earth is again, the roughest one to try and get. Okay. Interesting. We might be starting with a Dragon Tamer. We get the Pedra of Earth. Yeah, we would have gotten the Pedra of Fire or whatever if we had chosen Fire or whatever. I'm very interested to see what sort of starting units this gave us. Yeah, this is made by Atlas, and it is a difficult game. It's also the 6th game in the series, apparently. I have 2 of them. I have this one and the one on the SNES. I'm not as familiar with the one on the SNES. It is a good game. I like this one a lot more. I'm just not as familiar with the SNES one. But it does have a lot of features and systems that didn't make it into this game, like aquatic units, which is kind of cool. I honestly kind of forgot about this opening. I always remember the ceremony portion because, boy, again, I would be using an online guide for that. Don't use the Prima Strategy guide for that. That's one of the places the Prima Strategy guide is wrong. Then again, good luck getting a Prima Strategy guide for this game at this point in time. This game's like 20 years old or more. But like... And then again, these days you can get anything you need online. But that wasn't the case when this game came out. This game came out when we had very limited internet at my house. So we relied on that guide and very quickly figured out what was wrong in it. Alright, the prologue. Also a very loud car that just went by outside. Hopefully that didn't come over too badly. Alright, we're in Akka region, the personnel assignment ceremony. There's some familiar faces I recognize. Alright, General, welcome to the Palatinian Army, Southern Division. You know that Alba is the most rugged region in Palatinus? Looks like some of you are graduates from the military academy in the central region. I have absolutely no idea why you chose to came here of all places. Alright, so we're not in the best sector. Did you think you could slack off? If that's the case, I suggest you think again. Don't expect any special treatment. All that counts is your ability. Fair. So far, I'm down with this guy. That's all I have to say. Now I want you to go to your training exercise. Ariosh, you take care of the rest. There's going to be a lot of weird names in this game that I have never vocalized in my life, I am realizing. I've only ever read them, I have never vocalized them, so I don't know how they're supposed to be pronounced. Before we start the exercise, get organized. Alright. Diomedes, Minotaur, Leia, Alex, Magnus, Manail. You are selected as command units. Wait in the hall. Alright, cool. So we're a commander. You'll interview with your advisor in a little while, follow your advisor's instructions, and work hard to become competent soldiers. Alright, fair enough. Ah, and here's the old man. The gray-haired old man, in fact. Come on in. Magnus Gallant reporting as requested, sir. Actually, give me 1 sec. I need to adjust something. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. So you're Magnus. I see. Okay. My name is Hugo Miller. I'm your advisor. Okay, Hugo the tactician. Graduated from Ishka? I'm gonna say that's Ishka. Military Academy, eh? What, are you nervous? Don't worry, I'm here to guide you. Okay. Alright, you're dismissed. Head to the plains. Get ready for training. We'll begin as soon as everyone arrives. That's it! Is that it? When you get old, you can tell a lot just by looking at people's faces. While we lack strength, our knowledge and experience more than make up for it. And, to tell you the truth, I've known about you for a long time. Alright. Come on, get out of here. Looks like the next guy's waiting. Go get ready for training. Fair enough. Our main character has, like, the Padawan braid. Diomedes Rangu supporting for as requested, sir. Oh, you're Diomedes, eh? Who the hell are you? What's a fossil like you? Oh no. Don't tell me you're my superior. Well, you're a little quick to temper, aren't you? Yeah, it's interesting. Before I had ever played this game, I had never played an Atlas game before, so I'm now seeing a lot of things in this game, now that I've played a lot of them, that are a lot more recognizable. Like, Diomedes is your more chaos-oriented character. We'll get another one later who's your more, like, order-oriented character. Things that are pretty common in Shin Megami Tensei games, but I've never recognized in this game. But let's see what our starting units are. We will get more. Okay, so this is not ideal, but fair. So we can see we get 2 slashes from the back, but they're weaker. Or we can get 2 slashes from the front. We get 2 shots from the back, or 2 slashes from the front. Honestly, this organization is kind of shit, so let's go ahead and reorganize some of these units. We're probably going to want to change up quite a few of them anyway. It's not always the best idea to have your commander in front. Actually, he's not that much weaker to just have him in the back. So we'll do that instead. We will put Susie back here, and we'll put Sibone back here. You usually don't want to leave your commander unprotected, but honestly, he has more defense than these guys. So, well, no, it's still better to not leave him unprotected. Okay, now likewise, we've got Nancy who can heal twice from the back. We do not want to leave the cleric unprotected. And we've got Brigitte who can shoot twice. Let's close out of that. And yeah, so she can shoot twice from the back. She actually does more damage if she shoots from the middle and shoots twice. So it's actually better to have her just shoot from the middle, which is what I thought I remembered, but I wanted to make sure. So we'll actually move you to the middle and then move you right there, because now both of these people can shoot on the left and the right. So if you have a character on the right side, they can only attack, your characters can only attack the cell in front of them and to the side of them. So a middle character can attack all cells. A character in a corner, for example, could only attack their row or their column and the column next to them. So as much as you can, you want hard-hitting characters to be in the middle. Alright, cool. I think that will do for right now. Like I said, we will get more units, we just don't have them yet. Alright. Let's head to the plains and get some actual combat in. So the way I think I'm going to do these episodes, there's like 40 of these scenes. Some of them range for like 15 minutes. Some of them range for like 3 hours. That's what makes recording for this game a little bit difficult. But now that I'm not trying to do daily uploads anymore, I think it'll be a little easier because now I can just make an entire scene, scenario, whatever you want to call it, as a full episode, whether it's 15 minutes or it's 3 hours. I think that'll be a lot cleaner. Why just me? Man, that pisses me off. Call me Dio, okay? You two, you better not call me Diomedes. Alright, will you calm down? I want you to head for the mine to the west. There's quite a number of incidents recently where workers were attacked by wild beasts, and there's bandits. The locals are very concerned. Now go take care of it. Take a look at the map. So yeah, to start every mission, we'll get a little preview like this that will tell us what to expect. Zemio will be our headquarters. From a headquarters, you can dispatch units or order them to retreat. Do not let headquarters get overtaken. That is usually a mission fail in that case, which I believe is a game over. Alright, so he's going to explain how strongholds are placed here. I'm actually going to explain a little bit better. So the green strongholds are neutral. If you're going for a good build, like if you're going for the good ending, this is probably the biggest mistake that people will make in this game. Do not take neutral strongholds. Ever. If your enemy takes a neutral stronghold, you can then go take it. But you do not want to touch neutral strongholds because it will always count as a capture, no matter what. There's 2 ways to take places. There's capture or liberation. You need to send people who are of a similar morality to the town in order to liberate it, otherwise you capture it. But a neutral place is always a capture no matter what. And capturing a place is like a -2 or whatever on your gauge. The further negative you are, the more likely you are to get a bad ending. Whereas a liberation is only like a plus 0.5. So capturing, if you capture one of these places, it will like completely counteract liberating all of the enemy strongholds if you capture one neutral stronghold. So if you don't care about what ending you get, take the neutral strongholds, you get more money from them. Or you get more money if you have them. But if you're going for the good ending, never touch them. Just don't touch them. We can also skip all of this by pressing start. Alright, so we're going to end the briefing. I know I kind of talked over it, but they're going to send enemies at us. We're going to take their places. We're not going to touch the neutral stronghold. There are also hidden items all over the maps. I usually worry about getting those after we've conquered a place. Because it's just easier to do that afterwards. You make some snap judgment on something like that without a test or anything? I tested each of you in my own way. Besides, it's only temporary. Don't make such a fuss. You hear me? Yeah, he's not happy that we're taking command. Why do you get to be the commander? Let's take it outside. Buddy, I didn't have any say in this either. I challenge you one-on-one. I don't mind if you're strong, but I won't let anyone weaker than me be my commander. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Fight me! No. No. What's the big deal? I don't mind if you're the commander. What are you saying? You're so superior you don't care? Are you mocking me because I'm from the South? I didn't mean it that way. Get a hold of yourself. This is why I didn't make you commander. Why did you get so angry? Don't be so rash. The rest of your life isn't set in stone, right? But... enough. You'll eventually understand your shortcomings. For now, follow my orders. I'll assess your skills according to your performance. Go take care of those beasts if you want to make a name for yourself. Damn it, we're not janitors, we're soldiers. Stop complaining, get your butts moving. Don't get outpaced by the old man. Come on. Alright, yeah. Winning condition is usually take over the enemy headquarters. Sometimes it's kill a specific enemy. Losing condition is pretty much always going to be death of Magnus or invasion of your headquarters. Either one. Alright. So immediately we are... Alright. Immediately we're going to pause because I want to go to the organized screen and see what additional units we have. So yeah, Dio is more physical oriented. He doesn't have as much range. We do start with the Dragon Tamer. Interesting. And we start with a Cleric with a Hippogriff. Also interesting. Now, how do I want to handle this? So, let's see. You get 2 attacks if you're in the front, but I don't really want you in the front. You get 2 heals if you're in the back. You can get Wind Shot in the back or Claw from the front. So Hippogriffs and other beasts are big. So they take 1.5 square. So you can see that the square behind them is kind of taken up. That means that if we wanted to place another unit down, we can't put anything in these 4 squares that they're on. If somehow you were able to put this guy in the middle spot here, you wouldn't be able to place anyone in any of the surrounding spots at all. So you almost always want to have this guy in a corner. That being said, if I put him right in front of our healer here, she would be more defended, but then I can't put anyone on the front or middle rows. Which isn't a problem if I have ranged attackers in the back. Which is an option. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of this setup. I think what I might do, actually... Oh, how do I want to do this? I really don't want this many female commanders, I'm not gonna lie. Female commanders will create female units from soldiers. Male commanders will create male units from soldiers. Right now, the only soldiers that will get converted are female. And that's not terrible. There's a lot of really good female units. But that means that they will always start as Amazons. And I don't really need that. So, what should I do here? What I think I'm gonna do, even though it's kind of unfortunate, is we're going to exchange some characters, and we're gonna give Dio... I also haven't decided what I want to do with these two. I think I want to collapse them. Yeah, I want to collapse them. So here's how I'm going to do that. We're going to remove character. we're gonna disband this unit. That doesn't get rid of the characters, that just moves them. Surely I do want to keep, but I don't need them where they currently are. Yeah, so that just puts a character, that just puts our characters out there. What we're gonna do... Oh, how do I want to go about doing this? Having a priestess as your leader is usually actually not that helpful. We'll remove you. We'll go all in. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and put a cleric here. Okay. We'll give you an Amazon. Actually, no, my bad. We don't want to do that. We do want to create some more male units. So we're actually going to go ahead and remove these guys from Dio. And we'll also remove these guys from you. Okay. And then we're going to add some characters. Can't add anything to him. He's the one I actually want to give a cleric to, but I can't do that because he's currently in the field. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and then you can have these guys back. I do actually want the Hippogriff, but maybe just not on that particular team. Here's what I'll do. We'll go ahead and remove, like I said, this is not an ideal team composition. I'm not really a fan of this, but we'll work with it. Also, large groups like, large troops, I should say, like the Hippogriff, take up 2 slots. You can have 5 people in any given team. A large creature like a Hippogriff takes 2 of those slots. So if I wanted to have 2 Hippogriffs on this team, I would have 1 leader and the 2 Hippogriffs, and that's it. That's all I can do. There we go. We'll do that. This is a little bit more balanced. It's not ideal, but it's a little bit more balanced at the very least. No, I did actually want you here. I wanted to move this one back. There we go. All right. And then I want to take a look at Dio. Okay, so you do get 2 attacks no matter what, but you get more attacks if you're in the middle, or stronger attack if you're in the middle than in the back. That's kind of what I thought the case would be. Okay. So we'll go ahead and change formation to move you there. And then I guess you can move to there, because why not? Okay. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can actually move forward with the actual... I know this is a long first episode, but I don't think it'll take much to make things happen. So we'll dispatch Dio. Let's actually take a look at some of the towns we need to take. So we've got you, who's a 50. We've got you, who's a 71, so we want to send a lighter-oriented person there. I think there's an item down here, but I'm not that concerned about trying to get that right now. We've got a market right there, so that's good to know. We've got a witch's house there. We've got another 50 there. And we've got a 38 there, so that's where we want to send Dio. Alright, so we'll go ahead and dispatch... We'll dispatch Shirley. I'm pretty sure Shirley is a neutral. Yeah, so up above her profile picture, right next to the little water drop. That water drop tells us that she's a water elemental, or her element is water, I should say. So if she became a mage, she'd use water-based magic, unless we gave her a specific item to do something different. The thing next to her there is her alignment. That's completely separate from our morality meter. Every character has an alignment. She's more neutrally aligned. In fact, she's right down the middle. So we want to go ahead and send her to this place because it is also neutrally aligned. Now, we also want to dispatch Bridget, or Nancy, I should say, because Nancy is, as a cleric, a little bit more aligned in the, I don't know, she's a little bit higher alignment, so her alignment better matches the morale of Bordeaux. I believe that Magnus also tends to be higher aligned. No, he's neutral at the moment. Okay. Well, since he's neutral at the moment, he can also come over here. Actually, Magnus, why don't you go ahead and move down to here to make sure this city doesn't get taken. That seems like a better thing to do. And you are neutral? Yeah, you're neutral. So we'll go ahead and dispatch Bridget as well, who I believe rangers are also tend to be neutral? Yeah. So Bridget can also come over here. Alright, who has not moved? Dio has not moved. We'll send Dio down here. Alright, let's see what we find as far as enemies. So depending on your team composition, some people will be better walking through certain environments than others. The default is plains, which is, these wide open spaces, and roads. Roads are common, used by everyone, but you can get some people who are better moving through mountains, some people who are better moving through barrens, some people who are better moving through snow, some who are better through moving through forest. Oh, we found an item, so that's cool. Okay, so Magnus is there now. Dio is there now. We're gonna let Bridget? I think that's Bridget. Get a little bit further ahead. Cool. Alright. We'll go ahead and move Magnus into here as well. And Dio, I want you to not take the stronghold. We can also choose what we snap to. So if I don't want him to snap to the stronghold, I can just set him to go to this plane over here, for example. Because I don't want him taking that stronghold. I want him taking the next stronghold. Alright. So we get combat. The Southern Division, they're here already? Calm down, it's not that big of a problem. The plan's already been initiated. We must fight them. Sometimes, depending on which characters you have fighting, you can get some fun dialogue. I don't think these characters have any dialogue with these guys, but there are some characters where, like, if Magnus fights them, there'll be a different dialogue. If Dio fights them, there will be different dialogue, etc., etc. Get out of our way. Oh, buddy. Okay, so this will be a little rough. We can change our battle strategy. Right now it's set to autonomous, so they'll just do whatever they want. I'm actually going to, so we could have them attack the leader, which isn't always a bad idea, but that does mean that they'll try and run away if you get close to them and they don't have a leader. Although in this case, if we kill their leader, I think the knight will take over the leader position. I usually go with attack weakest just to keep whittling them down. Which in this case happens to be the priest, or that guy anyway. You can see up next to our characters there's a little thingy showing how many, or like showing our, like it's got a sword lit up and a guy running lit up. That's based on how much damage we deal and how much damage we take. You also saw that one of our soldiers just got lost there. That happens, unfortunately. We got a new sword. That's cool. Yes, Molsk has now been liberated. Cool. Alright, so surely I'm going to have you move to right here so that you're the one who gets into combat against Shard. Yeah, that'll work. If your characters can see enemies, they'll kind of rotate towards them. We did notice that a soldier went down. That will happen with soldiers. If they go to low enough HP, you will lose a soldier, and that means that the permanent, like their health will be permanently lowered, which is quite unfortunate. But it overall should be fine. I'm gonna have Dio. Well, now Dio can actually go into the stronghold to recover a little bit. I probably should have had more people come up here, but I think it'll be fine overall. And the soldiers will convert over time to either a fighter or an Amazon, depending on whether their leader is male or female. Witches don't really attack, they just cause statuses. Alright. And if you do a critical hit, you can knock enemies back. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so she got knocked back. I'm gonna have you actually chase this unit down, because she's trying to get back to a place to heal. This would be a lot better for Dio to be fighting, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay. We'll have Bridget move after Kong. Let's just see, how's our health doing? It's recovered as much as I can really expect it to, honestly. What was the remaining unit with you? A Hellhound? Yeah, Hellhound and a Knight. Okay, so still pretty neutral. I don't see this going well. Shirley's gonna turn around right as she gets attacked. So, Shirley, go ahead and attack this one too. Bridget, you go ahead and actually just return to Stronghold. Alright, gonna let those guys rest up a little bit. I think I want to see if we can actually just take out the leader here. If we can take out the leader, then they won't do things like try and return to base to heal. Ah, close. So yeah, this guy's gonna return to base to heal, but that's okay. We repelled them, and that's the important thing for now. I honestly want Dio fighting those troops. So those are higher alignment troops, which means that they will decrease morality if we take them down. So I want to have Magnus. Oh, for goodness sakes. Turn that way. Alright. Magnus. Come over here. Take that guy out. Dio. How are we looking? We're looking alright. start working your way over to this stronghold. Nancy, we're not going to have you take this stronghold, but we are going to have you come over here and, like, help. And I want you guys to just, like, have a chance to heal a little bit. Alright, Bridget, how are we doing? Yeah, you're as healed as you're gonna get. Okay. We can't actually have you take this stronghold, but we can have you move up here to start taking out enemies. Huh, we find another item. Altar of Resurrection. Nice. Okay. We take those. Okay. Shirley, how we doing as far as healing? You're mostly healed. Alright. Move over there as well. This poor guy doesn't know where to go. Alright, I don't like that he's heading directly towards my town, so we're actually just going to pincer this guy. Shirley can take him out too. That works. Stop moving him to my town, please. There we go. Somebody just kill him. Alright, so in this case we'll switch back to attack weakest, who they can't seem to decide which one the weakest is, so that's a little annoying. Honestly, what the heck are you guys doing? Wild. Okay, sure. Surely, just, like, go back to town. Actually, while I'm doing this, I think there's only 2 more items left that I didn't get. I'll double check it against a map. I was debating on whether I wanted to just go get those items, but I'll double check it against a map later. Oh, actually, we'll have you camp. Okay. That works. Yeah, you rest up there. Dio's gonna apparently fight these guys at the back, so that's fun. Attack the leader. It is really cool when you can have all of your troops, all the soldiers, I should say, just kind of move up in a group like that. It's quite entertaining. Can you not? Alright, well that'll push that guy out, but it won't really do much otherwise, so that's a little unfortunate. Oh, apparently we lost that exchange too, so that's also kind of unfortunate. Oh, Dio is incredibly tired. Okay, we'll have Dio rest then. Yeah, also attack weakest. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. And when you take out enemies, you do get quite a lot of experience. You don't get any experience if you don't take out the enemies, or you get like hardly any experience, I should say. But all right, so I want you to face this direction. I want you to also face this direction. Go ahead and camp. And then you really haven't gotten to do much. We're not going to have you move to the stronghold or to these units. I want you to move just close enough that you can actually, like, fight a couple of these guys. How are you doing? You're not fully healed yet. Alright, so we get to fight Bridget. Or, no, Bridget gets to fight... Whatever. Attack the leader this time. Ugh. Yeah, we're down one person, so that's unfortunate. We're down 2 people, alright. That's very unfortunate. I'm actually gonna have you go ahead and move back to Stronghold, and I'm gonna have Shirley move forward. Try and protect Dio a little bit. Now, the one thing I need to be careful of here is if I take this stronghold, they're going to... If I take this stronghold without killing their leaders, what they're going to try and do is come back here, and they might just retreat entirely, which would be very unfortunate. I don't want them to do that. Alright, attack the leader. There we go. So we should be able to take out the leader here. There we go. Yeah, if they retreat entirely, like if they return to their like enemy stronghold, they can just leave the battle completely. Which I don't want them to do because that's experience that I'd be missing out on. Alright, Nancy can fight this guy. Oh, we're actually already still set to attack leader, which is what I want them to do anyway. So that's fine. This is actually a really good troop for Nancy to be fighting, because these are 2 dark alignment enemies. So this is the exact sort of enemy composition that I want my cleric team fighting. Right now, her alignment's going down to try and match the rest of the team, is what's happening there. Okay, so Nancy, I want you to come after Clyde. Yeah, I want you to go after Clyde. And then Shirley, keep moving over here. Yeah, they won't take the town unless they stop in it. So, like, Dio will liberate the town there. Man, you tire out so freaking quickly, dude. Dio, go kill Kong. Oh, they're stuck against the edge of the screen. I didn't notice that. All right, well, Nancy's gonna get quite a lot of experience in. That's okay. Alright, cool. So the leader's gone here. Now they won't try and return to base or anything. They'll just kind of be running around. They also can't really get booted too much farther out here, so they're kind of stuck. Hellhounds are rough. They can attack multiple times and they do a lot of damage. So they are rough enemies to try and fight. They're really good, especially if you put them with a Beastmaster. Yeah, Nancy's just going to get all the experience here, but that's okay. I don't really want her fighting the hippogriff because those you know the one. I don't really want her fighting the griffin because they tend to be higher alignment creatures, but the witches do tend to be lower alignment creatures, so... Or troops, I should say in this case. But it's okay, it doesn't really matter that much. This troop will definitely get up a level here, which is also fine. Alright, yeah, we're just kind of stuck in killing this guy. Almost feels bad. Yeah, alignment down, that makes sense. That's okay, alignment will go up upon killing the next enemy. You do want your clerics to have really high alignment in order to keep... So their alignment can determine class changes, what classes you can turn into are determined by your stats, and alignment is part of that. So if you have a really low alignment, you can't turn into things like a cleric. Likewise, if you have a really high alignment, you're not going to be able to turn into things like say a wizard or sorceress. Alright, you move over there. I kind of don't like that you're still asleep. Okay, this guy's not moving. That's fine then. Dio, go kill this guy. Dio tends to be a lower alignment dude anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, you guys can all go rest up in your various little towns. We can replenish the soldiers that we've lost here with Bridget, which we're going to want to do, but I'm not that worried about it at the moment. Attack the weakest, why not? How dare you, guard? That's okay, we'll just let Dio finish, keep working down this guy. It's not like he's really going to be able to do much to me. Having the cleric in Dio's team is helpful, but I do also realize that cleric's probably going to become like a sorceress or something at the end of the day, because their alignment's just going to go down. I didn't need to interrupt, actually. There we go. And then Dio will finish this guy off. With a crit, alright. Yep, alignment down. What we're hoping for is that any of these soldiers up in front will become fighters. Get an Iron Claw? Alright, neat. So we'll have you move back to Stronghold. You might make it before you need to camp. Alright. Can everyone actually just, like, look at the enemy? Alright. And then the mine is neutral. Not that it really matters, because as soon as this guy, the leader of the enemies usually does not leave their stronghold, and typically speaking, you can't boot them from their stronghold. They will always win the encounter, even if you are, like, stomping them. So it just becomes you flinging your guys at them repeatedly until they go down. So what I'm going to do here is just let everyone rest up a little bit, and then go take this guy out. Okay, I think everyone should be pretty well healed up at this point. Yeah, we're all pretty good. So we'll let Magnus go ahead and try for the first shot here. We'll have Bridget start working in. Actually, what I'm going to have Bridget do, this might seem weird, but there's an item right here. So I'm just going to have Bridget go get that real quick. Actually, we'll see how long this takes. Bridget can go work on this item. And then there's another item here that I didn't get. And then there's also an item back here that I didn't get. So we'll see how that works. Alright, Nancy, go ahead and come over here. We are gonna... So, in order to maximize experience here, we don't want to take out the leader here, since we can't boot them anyway. So I do want to make sure all these guys are attacking the strongest. Or, sorry, attacking the weakest. Which will probably not be the leader. It typically isn't. There is also an item over here that I didn't get, but I'll come back a different day for that. Yeah, the characters tend to like sticking to roads as much as possible, which is fine. Yeah, it should be somewhere in here. We'll see if she gets it. Yeah, there we go. You just get a hard leather. Getting more equipment is always helpful. Alright, Stabilo. Let's see what we got. He's got a little wyvern. Alright. You won't get any further. I'll defeat you at all costs. You were controlling the beasts? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? Won't do either of us any good if I tell you. What are you gonna do? You haven't the slightest idea what we must endure. Do I know why we do this? Freedom. Yeah, for freedom, that's it. Nothing else. Now prepare. You're bandits for freedom? Sure, whatever. Alright. We are actually getting some really good hits on this guy. But yeah, as I figured, with his team composition, he kind of is the weakest. That's okay. We'll lose that encounter. Someone else can come in and finish him off. Let's see who's gonna get it. Looks like it's gonna be Nancy, who we're immediately gonna interrupt and make sure we are on attack the weakest. Okay, looks like we might actually get them both. Actually, this is a good encounter for Nancy to be taking them out anyway, because these are both Dark Aligned people, and we want that alignment up for this group. And we get a level up, sweet. Now, I don't think experience overflows, so like if we were at 90, we would have just lost 42 experience there. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, we didn't even actually end up taking the place, we just beat the guy. So at the end of every mission, we do get a few additional soldiers. That becomes meaningless after a while. We do get some money, and we typically will get an item. What are you planning? He ain't talking. We gotta head back, Magnus. Sounds like the prince has been attacked. And he's real happy about that. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? What, you asked what's so funny? Your foolishness just cracks me up. What do you mean by that? Do I have to explain everything? We were a decoy. Our true goal is revolution. We will destroy the royal family and the nobles and bring changes to this kingdom. We were ordered to get your attention. I didn't expect us to dispatch rookies like you, but it's too late. We'll raise the flag of revolution on Prince Yumel's grave. Ah, Yumel's the prince. All right. As far as I'm aware, Yumel hasn't done shit, though. He's just kind of getting attacked because he's royalty, even though he himself has not really done anything. But we're gonna go rescue him. Where exactly is Prince Yumel? How big is the enemy force? We have no information. What are we supposed to do, huh, Magnus? Besides, how are we going to contact the main regiment? Control yourself, Diomedes. It's too late to join the main regiment. From the size of the decoy, the enemy force shouldn't be that large. Since we're closest, you must rescue the prince. Troops remaining nearby are also heading this way. Take command, rescue the prince. You got it, Buster. think it's best that you rescue him. Huh? Yeah, we kind of have a history. Alright, he's gonna head to the main regiment, but we should go to where the prince was attacked. It's difficult to devise a plan in this situation, but I can give you some advice. Fair enough. Alright, well, we completed the first mission. I think that has been plenty of time for our first episode. Like I said, these episodes are gonna be weird. This is why I didn't think I'd ever do this in a recording. But now that I'm not trying to worry about doing daily uploads, it actually becomes possible. But I will see you guys in the next episode as I guess we go rescue the prince. But I'll see you guys there.